If you're looking to move to Frisco and new construction, then this video is for you because today I'm going to highlight 8 brand new communities that are top of the line and I feel are the best communities in all of North Dallas. Not only am I going to give you the top 8, but I'm actually going to go to each neighborhood, show it to you, and also tour some of the model homes so you can see exactly what they look like on the inside. And then at the end, I'm going to show you my personal favorite and why I think it might be the best one to buy in. Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm a local realtor here in the Dallas area. I specialize in Frisco and all the surrounding cities. And let's start with neighborhood number 1. So now I'm here at Legacy Hills, and I don't know if you guys ever saw my original video on Legacy Hills, but nothing was out here. But Legacy Hills is the biggest master planned community that Celina has in development right now. There are going to be 3,000 houses out here. And what's cool about it is they're also going to have a golf course. And the country club is going to be called 1876. And Del Webb's out here, so 55 plus, and they're going to have houses close to the golf course. And then this is going to be like a city in and of itself, even though it's in Celina. And it feels really far out here, so you can see that there's just lots of land way out there. And they're just now building out here, but Pulte is here, and they are from $450 to like $650. Which is an incredible price for a home right now, but pros and cons. The pro of being out here is they're in phase 1. You're gonna get way more bang for your buck because it is in North Celina and the toll road's not built yet. But when the toll road is built, which they're building it as we speak, it's gonna come right alongside Legacy Hills. So it feels really far out here right now. It took me about 20 minutes to get here from Frisco, so 20 minutes more north. But there's 6 phases, 3,000 houses. They're gonna have a couple of fire stations. They're gonna have schools. They're gonna have grocery stores, everything that you would really need to be with almost like your own little city, but in Celina. So you would get so much equity if you're in this for the long haul, meaning, 5 to 10 years and watch Celina grow up around you, but you're gonna drive for a minute to get out here for now until that Dallas North Tollway is built. So I wanted to kind of give you the pros and cons to that. You're going to feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, seriously. But you're going to love your equity in 5 to 10 years because it's going to be off the charts. So anyway, I'm going to take you into, this is Pulte's biggest model, and it's going to be in that, $650 range. And I just wanted to get you guys to check it out. So let's go inside. So you've got your dining room here, staircase. We're going to have the initial secondary bedroom down like we see with a lot of the builders. And then you've got a bathroom here that would be for that bedroom. Got a really pretty table there with the columns. And then this just opens up to a really great, huge island kitchen with a great amount of cabinets. You've got your gas stove top. You've got a great area over there for your dining room. So this is a little more segmented than what I showed you earlier, which is kind of nice. It gives you a little bit, just more sectioning. And then you're going to come into the primary. And we've got just a huge space and beautiful windows. Got the Sealy and great little bathroom, double sinks, and then of course your walk-in closet. It goes around the corner, which is nice. All right, people just came in, so I'm gonna take you upstairs. So you walk into a really huge game room and great windows. And then you've got a little step down here to lead you into the media room. And then you've got split bedrooms here, which is kind of nice. So you've got a bathroom that goes with this bedroom. Super cute. Great windows. And then you go around here and you've got this bathroom, and it goes through to that bathroom. So it's a Jack and Jill with this bedroom. And I don't know if you guys know this, but a true Jack and Jill has their own sink area and then have their own sink area again. So you just go through, okay? Which is nice because somebody can be brushing their teeth and getting ready while somebody else is showering and there's a door. And then you've got your last bedroom that's super cute. And all of these bedrooms are really, really large sizes. So this is a great fit for a big family. And one thing I didn't tell you about Legacy Hills is they're gonna have 7 amenity centers, multiple pools. And you can access 6 of those 7 amenity centers. That last one will be specific to Del Webb, which is the 55 plus community, and that will only be for Del Webb. But you will have no lack of pools and no lack of amenity centers, walking trails, you name it, pickleball, tennis courts, all the things. You're gonna have it right here. Speaking of new communities with exceptional value, let's look at a brand new development that's taking luxury living and making it way more accessible. Okay, let's talk Hazelwood in Frisco, because I believe that if you're still looking for something economic to get into Frisco and to Frisco schools and potentially be by the fields, Hazelwood may just be the best community for you. So let's talk about what they have to offer. And then I'm going to take you into the model and kind of show you around. First of all, CB Jenny is building here. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder, but those back there are townhomes and they're beautiful. Now, they are going to be smaller because they're townhomes, but you can get into CB Jenny in the high 400s up to the mid to high 500s. But that's going to put you within a short, tiny drive to the fields and Frisco ISD. And then Normandy is building here, and they've got 40-foot, 45-foot lots, and then 50, 55-foot lots. And they're in the 700s all the way up to almost $1 million. So it's going to have great amenities. It's going to have a pool, a little playground, walking trails, but it's definitely economic to get into Hazelwood if you're still wanting to get into Frisco. So let me take you into the model and kind of show you around. So as far as Hazelwood goes on location, you are 5 minutes from the PGA. You are northwest Frisco. So right up here is 380. So on the other side of 380 is Prosper. You can see the CB Jenny townhomes behind me. It is in phase 1. I talked to you guys a lot about phases in new communities. And I just think that price point wise and getting into Frisco at this price point could be really great for anyone that needs to stay a little more economical and still wants new construction. This is the cheapest you can get into Frisco, new construction wise. There is a townhome community, also CB Jenny, over by Frisco downtown, and they're in the high 400s as well. But you're not going to be able to get into new construction lower than that in Frisco anymore. That's the lowest. Okay, this is the 55-foot series, and it's got a great little front porch here. I love front porches. Let's go in. And have a really pretty entry with your secondary down, like I've shown you guys so many times. Little walk-in closet, and then of course a bathroom with the shower for guests. And then it's got a formal dining. You have to decide if that is something that you want or not, if you want it to be more of a family area. This would be the garage, but right now it's their sales center. And then over here, they actually have an office back here with French doors, glass doors. So it's got some great natural light. You've got your mud room and then your laundry. Okay, it's got a sink and it's got upper cabinets. I'm sure those are upgrades. Remember what I've said to you guys about model homes and having lots of upgrades. But look how beautiful this is. So many cabinets, so much countertop space. We've got a huge, really pretty island. You've got a gas stove in your vent hood, double oven, and then back here you have more cabinetry and surface area, and then of course your pantry. But this is a really great entertaining, dining, family hangout space with the higher ceilings, and then look at all of the windows. You don't even need wall decor because you've got such great natural light. So let me take you back here. You can kind of see the size of the backyard. Not a ton of maintenance, but look how great this looks. All right, and then let's go into the primary. You do have a half powder bath here for your guests. And then back here is the primary bedroom. Definitely some great natural light as well. Really well proportioned. You've got a king bed plus your nightstands. And then look at this bathroom. I love bathrooms with natural light. And so you have your his and hers vanities. You've got your soaking tub. And then you have this beautiful shower. So you've got the wet area here for you to step into the shower. And then I love it when they put the handle way over here so that you can get in without or turn it on without getting wet until it heats up. You've got your potty room and then your big walk-in closet. Right, and the third row up there. Okie dokie. So let's go back upstairs so you guys can see the layout up there. And these are the luxury vinyl floors. You could get real hardwood if you'd like. Some people like the luxury vinyl just because it's kid-proof, it's pet-proof, it lasts a long time. And here is your open game room with great window seats. And then you come in here to the media. So you do have a separate media room. And I do like having windows in the media room because if you don't want to use it as a media room, you can have the light. But if you do want to use it as a media room, you can simply do the blackout curtains. I think it's nice because it gives you a choice. And then you have two bedrooms over here with a common bathroom. Oh, this one has its own ensuite bathroom, which is nice. This room is huge. I did not have big rooms growing up, so that would be really nice. So this whole bathroom would be for this room. So you have one bedroom up here with an ensuite private bathroom, and then you have one bedroom that shares the hallway bathroom. It's a really great layout for a family. You can have your kids up here and entertain downstairs. Either way, it's stunning and it's more affordable than other places I've shown you in Frisco. Painted isn't just another regular master planned community. It's a completely new vision for suburban living. And what makes this community really unique is how they've preserved the nature. So just looking behind me, you have so much of the original trees and the original landscape of when it wasn't developed at all. They really want to help their residents get in touch with nature. They have a 27-mile trail system where you can hike and bike and walk and never leave your community. And with homes ranging everywhere from $450,000 to $1.4 million, I feel like it's got something for everyone. Southgate is one of my favorite builders out here. I've actually got clients building with them right now. And I'm going to take you inside of their 60-foot model and show you how stunning this house is. So we have an office. That over there would be the garage, but obviously I've told you guys that it's their offices while they're doing sales. And then we talk a lot about having a secondary bedroom down. And so this is a very common feature for parents and guests, so they don't have to go upstairs, and they will always have their private ensuite bathroom. This is a feature that's a step-down shower. Really easy for parents to not have to step over anything to get in. And then, of course, it's got a gigantic closet. Now, people are in this model because this is a very high traffic subdivision and master plan community because everybody wants to be in McKinney. This is one of my favorite features that builders are doing these days, is a media room downstairs. Because a lot of times when you have a media room upstairs, you don't use it all that often because it's upstairs and it's away from where everybody, when people come over to your house, where do they gather? The kitchen and the living room. So some builders are putting the media room on the first floor so that it's fluid entertaining. And that's one thing I love, because if you're going to have a media room, it might as well be someplace that will be used more. So anyway, let's move on. And then we have a cute little wet bar entertainment center. And then look at this vaulted ceiling, beautiful, opens living to kitchen. And we'll go through here. This is slides all the way open. And then as far as the dining area, you have windows all the way around. And then these also collapse. Now, you don't have to do this. It can just be a wall with windows as well. That is an upgrade, so it is more expensive. But it's a huge area that can have a huge table. So this is 6. You could have, it could probably do 10 if you wanted to and fit that in there. So this is the primary bedroom. Look at the vaulted ceilings. Now, the woodwork and these beams are going to be an upgrade, but you can still see how huge this room is with your window seat, your king bed, 2 huge nightstands. And then we have the primary bathroom, which is stunning and has great cabinet space, great vanity space, and separate mirrors. You've got a soaking tub, and then this is what I call a car wash shower, because you can go all the way through. And it's just really nice and massive. So, and then you have a huge walk-in closet, which is really nice. And if you wanted to add a third row, you could. And then I love having windows in closets because it gives you that natural light. And then you've got your mud room, because again, this would be the garage if it wasn't a sales center. And then you've got a really great, really large utility room with lots of storage. So it's nice to have. And I wanted to show you guys the under-stair storage because it's multifaceted. First of all, it's great storage, but secondarily, I've talked to all of you guys about our storms and how we possibly can have tornadoes. This is where you would go in a tornado, okay? Now, let me preface the fact that I have been in this area for almost 50 years and I've never been in a tornado. So statistically, very low that you're ever going to be in one, but I like to talk about it because it is we have tornadoes every year. And so this is a split. You've got a bedroom here and then bedrooms over here. So we'll go here first. And this is a nice private room with lots of great space. And it's going to have its own bathroom, which again is super nice to have. And then a walk-in closet. And you go over here to bedroom number 2 upstairs. Huge room, walk-in closet. And it's got its own ensuite bathroom. And we've got your hall bathroom. Is your 3rd bedroom. Still really spacious and walk-in closet. And then coming down the hall, you have another beverage center and entertaining space with an amazing private game room. This is nice because a lot of times parents don't necessarily want to hear their kids. And so a lot of the homes I see have the where you can see over into your living room, and then there's lots of noise. So if your kiddos are up here playing, you may hear it downstairs. This is a more private area that is going to minimize noise. And so this is the kitchen, and it's so pretty. And I really wanted to point out some of the things. You've got the really big gas stove top, and you've got the uppers with glass. All of that's going to be an upgrade, but I wanted y'all to be able to see how much cabinetry is in this house and all of the space. So it's just stunning. And you have your double oven and your microwave over here. And the double oven comes standard in the 60-foot lot. That's your pantry. So you can see how much detail they put in this house and how beautiful it is. I would say Southgate is probably the higher priced here in Painted Tree, but it's because they have more of a luxury touch. Again, you can get into Painted Tree in townhomes and cottages in the mid 400s to 500s, but you can go all the way up to 1.4 with Southgate if it's completely customized on a lot that backs up to a late, lot premium. And remember, the base price is never going to include your upgrades, and it's never going to include your lot premium. So reach out if you have questions on what Painted Tree is offering, because a lot of them have incentives. So now that I've shown you innovation and all the things that Painted Tree has, when we're talking about innovation, let me take you over to Celina and show you one of the greatest master plan communities over there. So now we're here at Mosaic, and it represents the future of suburban living in North Texas. This isn't your typical master planned community. It's actually been designed really from the ground up for how people want to live today. So the amenity center, which I'm going to show you guys, it's not completely built yet, but it's got dedicated co-working space, which is perfect for remote workers. And the homes themselves actually have a ton of smart features, and the community layout really promotes connection between neighbors. And so with prices starting in the 500s, I really think it's a pretty good option for those of you that are seeking a master plan community. So some of the things I want to point out about Mosaic, and you really can't see it yet because they're just now building it. And again, Mosaic's only in phase 2. And so when you do the pros and cons of phases, obviously phase 1 is going to give you the most equity long term, but it gives you the least amount of amenities because most of the time the amenities are not built yet in phase 1. So you may have construction and you may get a nail or two in your tires, but the long-term equity that you're going to gain in being in phase 1, I think makes a huge difference. And right now, Mosaic's in phase 2, and they're just now building their huge lazy river and their amazing amenity center. So all I have to show you today is a sign on what it's gonna look like. And I can show you the lazy river in a picture, but I wanna show you guys how much they're doing right now. Lots of construction noise, but just think that all that construction noise really is little sounds of cha-chings in your bank account. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you into Highland Homes because they're such a great builder. And I love this model at Mosaic, but there's so many builders out here. There's American Legend, Perry, there's Highland, there's Traditions. So lots to choose from. And remember, if you get a spec home, there's more negotiation on those. If you build from the ground up, you're going to pay the most price for your home, which is fine because you get it exactly how you want it. But if you're looking for a deal, get a house that's already built and they're trying to move it from their books and they're going to negotiate more with you. So let's go inside. So one of the things I love about this particular model is the way they laid the wood floors, the herringbone. And that is an upgrade, but just know that it's possible. And remember when I show you guys model homes, everything's an upgrade. All that is going to be added on. So you see base pricing when you build, that's not what you're going to pay, okay? You're going to pay for the lot. You're going to pay for your upgrades. You're going to pay for any structural changes. But they've just done this one so well. Like, look at this office. And look up there. See, that's all an upgrade, but it's beautiful. All of these window coverings, all an upgrade. These built-ins, upgrade, but it's beautiful. And then you've got the open upstairs, got a really wide staircase. And so coming in here, and again, you're gonna have your half bath for all of your guests, which is really pretty. And then what, obviously I've been talking about, one of my favorite things is to have the media room down. So if that's something you want, you need to ask about that floor plan because they don't all come that way. They're not just, it's not normalized yet, but it is an option. But look at this. So this is for the person that really wants that open living dining concept, okay? So again, you've got beams on the ceiling. I don't want to make y'all dizzy, but I wanted y'all to see them all. And then you've got virtual windows, basically virtually along the whole back side of the house. And then this amazing kitchen, huge dining with so much space. All right, it keeps going. And then double oven with a microwave. And then of course you have your walk-in pantry. But it's just stunning. If this is too open for you guys, don't worry. They have so many plans that can give you a little more sectioning. Some people don't like this open of a space, but it is beautiful. All right, let's go to the primary. And remember that these all collapse down. So these two, this one and this one, all of it opens. So you can have the indoor-outdoor entertainment as well. And a lot of people are putting the screens that come down so that your back porch is screened in and you don't have the mosquitoes and all the bugs. And you can grill out there and eat out there and not have any bugs. Half bath. And then a huge primary bedroom with a sitting space with windows, lots of natural light, vaulted ceilings. And then they have a really pretty bathroom. Okay. And then the soaking tub with the car wash that I told you guys about, that you can just walk in this door, walk all the way down, and then walk back out. This is tiled from floor to ceiling all the way around. And so just know that that is an upgrade as well. I'll go ahead and make you dizzy, but it's really pretty. And then you have your potty, and then you have this amazing, you can go all the way through. And it does have the third row where you would need your little eye hook, but such great closet space. And one thing we missed when we came in was going down this hallway, and it's going to give you your laundry room, which is a good size, and space for a refrigerator, your mud room right here, and then this would be, again, the garage, but right now it's their sales office. So you've got your bedroom here with its own ensuite bathroom here. And look, it's got the step in for parents and friends. But I like this because let's say you do have a parent or a friend that might be staying with you a little bit longer. They have a door that they can just go in and out of if that's something that they want to do. And then you have your game room. You've still got the vaulted ceilings. And you've got a bar area. And then back here, you have a bedroom. So this is separate, gives a lot of privacy. And then it has its own ensuite bathroom. And then if you go out and down this hall over here, you're going to have more bedrooms. So you have the hall bath here, bedroom. It actually does have its own bathroom. Really cute. Model home bedrooms and bathrooms are always super cute because of this decorating. And then this can be a bedroom too. They have it staged as a workout room, but know that it can be whatever you want it to be. And then of course you have the ensuite bathroom as well. So this is really, really laid out well for a thriving family or a growing family. So, but Highland makes a beautiful home. They've got multiple sizes on their lots, as do all the builders. So those are all different price points. So let me know if you have questions on Mosaic, because I can get you those answers. And remember, we're in phase 2 at the filming of this video. Make sure you look to see when this is filmed to know what phase we're in, because if you see this in a year, then we're not having phase 2ing. So for mosaic, you're looking at the 500s all the way up to like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. If you go with a very large house on a very large lot with some really cool upgrades. So just wanted you to know that too. So now let's move on to one of the most established and sought after new communities in the entire area. So I'm here at Windsong Ranch, and I have made no secret about the fact that this is one of my favorite master planned communities. It's really the first of its kind when it came to the metroplex because it premiered a 5-acre crystal sand beach lagoon that is just for the residents here. The entry point you can get into Windsong probably in the high 700s, and you may think that that is expensive, but if you think about the fact that you could have a lagoon, a sandy beach lagoon in your backyard, then it gets a lot more realistic. So I'm going to show you so many things in Windsong, including one of the model homes that is one of my favorite builders. But apart from the fact that this is over 2,000 acres, it offers resort-style luxury living. But what really makes this community stand out is how amazing it's been developed and how well it has grown. And so you can see the beauty of all of the walking ways, and they have amenity centers. This is one of the newest right here. And if you just look, like even right there, there's a little sitting area that you can just with Adirondacks, and there's walking trails that people are constantly walking on and biking on. And so it's just a beautiful subdivision. Now, as we walk over to some of the builders, I kind of wanted to talk to you about getting into this neighborhood. First of all, it's got a great community mindset, and you're going to see golf carts. It's definitely a golf cart community. People will literally take their golf carts up to Home Depot. I've seen a guy driving his golf cart back to his house with lumber sticking out the back of it. And so it's just really family oriented, and they'll have golf cart parades. They have pickleball courts and tennis courts, and they have picnic tables throughout the entire community. They have multiple pools, multiple amenity centers, and the lowest price for new construction here is probably Bloomfield Homes, which is going to be in the 700s. And you've got Southgate, which I actually have people building with Southgate right now over in Painted Tree. Just really great builders. I'm going to take you into Traditions. They're one of my favorite builders. I've had multiple clients build with them. They just build a phenomenal luxury home. You're looking at the low millions when we walk into Traditions. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the outside of Tradition. This is on one of their smaller lots, but the inside of this Tradition home is one of my favorites because of the layout. So let me take you inside. So this is the office. It has the French doors for privacy. And then of course you go across to that secondary down that I always talk about that's super popular here for guests and family members. And again, you have the walk-in shower, which makes it really easy for, senior parents to be able to get in there. And one thing about this house is it's not necessarily a full 2-story. It's kind of a 1.5. So you can go up these stairs, and it's just a game room up there. And you can add a bedroom and additional bathroom if you want. But this particular model doesn't have that. But I do love how wide the hall is, and these beams, those are an upgrade. You can see them. And then this is a 1-story, so here's another bedroom with its ensuite bathroom, and these rooms are really large, very spacious. And then of course you have a half back here for guests. And then this is the kitchen. Beautiful things about the kitchen is all the cabinetry. And so a huge island. It's just stunning though. And you're never gonna run out of space. And then you've got your beverage fridge here, this additional entertaining bar. And then this is my favorite part. So this is the living room, okay? But this is the hearth room. And it's just a great place to be able to sit, and you can move your table over here if you'd like, but this is just a really great place to sit and have a glass of wine and enjoy the fire. but you can't beat this setup. It's beautiful. So let's go to the primary. And then this is a huge primary bedroom. You know, when you have a 4-poster bed with chairs and your dresser plus plenty of room, that it's a big room. And then of course, this bathroom's huge, big enough to have one of those big round tuffets that you can sit on, soaking tub. The closet goes all the way through. And then of course, you've got your huge shower. Now this is the laundry, and in a normal house, there would be another door here, but they have walled that off because that's where their offices are on the other side. Super confusing to me. Why would they put a utility room in the primary with no door out to where everybody else can use it? So that's why the door should be there. And again, this has one of my favorite features that I've already told you guys about, is having, it's really loud in there. This is the media room next to the living room. And I just think that's a really great idea because so many of my clients don't use their media rooms when they're on the second floor. And so look how big and convenient this is. And of course, they've got beautiful woodwork. And then this would be your garage, a 3-car garage and entry. And that's where that utility room door would be if it was there. So stunning, stunning. This would be a 1-story option, actually 1.5. And you can, again, like I said, get an extra bedroom and bathroom upstairs. But I just wanted to show you guys how well Traditions builds and how their layouts are really, really beautiful. Now let's go to our next development that's really bringing fresh energy to Frisco. Come on. Okay, now we're in Rock Hill, and Rock Hill is probably the most northwestern new subdivision that I know of here. So it's right south of 380 and west of 423, but they do have new construction. Right now, you could probably get in for $960 to right at $1 million. And they're beautiful, huge homes. In fact, Shattuck is building here, which is right behind me. I'm going to take you in there, and you're super close to the PGA, and you're just on the far northwest corner. So I think it might take you a little bit longer to get to the highway from here, which would be probably the only drawback if you need to get to a highway super fast. But if you are working in Dallas, Rock Hill is probably going to add on a good 10 minutes to the drive just to get you to a highway because it is so far into Frisco. But let's go into Shattuck and check out their model home. All right, so we've got this office. Now, this probably could be a bedroom or an office. Right now, it's set up for the sales people to sell homes out of this. And then you guys all know that one of my favorite features is to have a media room on the first floor. And it's not super common to get that, but Shattuck's offering it. And then, of course, you've got your secondary bedroom down in the front of the house. And then it's got its own bathroom, and this would also service your guests. All right, so we come into the living room and kitchen, which is stunning. And you've got a large island. It's light, it's bright, it's got amazing windows, and they're solid panel windows. If you notice, there are no bars across them, and you've got a great amount of storage and cabinetry. You've got natural light in the kitchen. You've got your double oven, and then you've got your living room. You've got built-ins here, which I'm sure is an upgrade, but look at the vaulted ceilings. It's just beautiful. And then if we walk over here and I slowly turn you guys around, you can see that it looks over, and it's a great family eating, dining, watching TV space. Going to the primary. Oh, I love those windows up there. It just adds a little bit more natural light. This is a really, really nice sized primary. You've got the bench seat here. Beautiful. Vaulted ceilings. If you even wanted to add one of those cedar beams for texture, you could. Walking into the primary bathroom, you've got your soaking tub You've got your step-in shower, which is always nice to have. And then you have 2 full vanities, his and hers. You've got your potty room. And then in here, it's the closet, which is really large. And it also has that entry into the utility room that's always really nice to have. So you walk through here. You can shut that door if you want privacy. That goes out to the garage. You've got your little mud area. You've got an extra little linen closet. And then this puts you back out by the kitchen. So it was just one big turnaround. And then let's go upstairs. And of course, this is nice and open, still very light and bright. Okay. And I want to point out, like, the woodwork on this wall, that's all going to be an upgrade. Wood floors upstairs is going to be an upgrade. But you've got a great little bathroom here. Got your first bedroom with walk-in closet and 2 windows, which is nice. You have your lookover, which just brings in more light for upstairs. And then this bedroom has its own bathroom. So you can see. Now this is not a true Jack and Jill. A true Jack and Jill has separate vanities for each bedroom. But it does go through. See how it goes through to this other bedroom? It's a shared bath. A Jack and Jill will have 2 independent vanities, 1 for each bedroom. A really great setup for a family to share and to have multiple bathrooms upstairs. And Rock Hill is just a really great community that I wanted to point out to you guys, that you can get into under $1 million and have a very large, well-appointed home. Okay, I saved my favorite video to last. It's so windy today, but Brookside South and Brookside North, namely the Fields, is my favorite neighborhood. Obviously, because of the equity and the value that goes into buying a home here. I personally bought here, and I'm actually going to take you in to one of the models in Britain, and I'm going to show it to you, but I'm also going to talk to you guys about why I think it's the best place to buy right now. So let's go inside. Okay, so I've highlighted this house before. It's built by Britain. It's on a 60-foot lot. And it's just stunning the way that it's been designed. And I know I've said it throughout the video, but remember that all of these upgrades are normal for model homes, but it just adds dollars to your bottom line. So you're going to see all the beautiful things, but that doesn't mean that the home comes with it naturally. But a few things that I love is this office and all of the woodwork and just how beautiful it is. I love the 2-story windows. I also love the herringbone on the floor, how they laid the entryway. Now we have the secondary down, which we see a lot of, which a lot of people want for their family members or their aging parents. And it's got a beautiful ensuite bathroom. And one thing I love that Britain decided to do was this arch that you see. Look, it matches the entry arch in here. And I just think that is a really great detail that some people might miss. But, and it's just beautiful in here. So I wanted to just show you guys the vaulted ceilings and the entertainment space where you have your kitchen, your dining, and your living all in one. Those collapse all the way down. And then I don't know if you can see out there, but there's a screen, and that screen comes all the way down, and it makes it to where you don't get the bugs, because we have mosquitoes and bugs in the summertime. And if you want that indoor-outdoor entertainment where you're grilling and maybe you have a TV on, you don't want bugs. And during the spring and the fall's the best time to do it, because you're going to get that cooler air and you get natural air coming inside. So, but before we move on, I wanted to show or kind of tell you guys about the Fields. If you've watched any of my other videos, the Fields is the newest, biggest community in Frisco, and it's connected to something called Fields West, and it has not been built yet. So you're probably going to see it pop up on the screen, but it is an amazing mixed use. So it's going to be businesses, it's going to be restaurants and high-end shopping, and it's going to have a chain of lakes and an outdoor amphitheater, and it's basically going to have everything that you would need. We're going to be able to walk there from Brookside South and Brookside North. And so everyone who's buying right now, before it's built, their equity is going to shoot up because it's going to be the epicenter of Frisco once it's built. And they're calling this a 15-minute community, meaning that you can literally walk and within 15 minutes get anything that you needed so that you don't even have to get into your car. And that's really what Frisco wanted for this community. We're also connected to the PGA, and you'll be able to take a golf cart to the PGA, or you'll take a golf cart to Fields West. So it has got a luxury lifestyle. It's got a lifestyle director on staff that does events for everyone. We just did a petting zoo and an Easter egg hunt and face painting here in the community for all the kiddos and the families. And so it's just, we have events like that all the time, and you really get to know your neighbors. And so there's a lot of value there. And the HOA is really great in doing those events. So I wholly believe that somebody that spends $1 million in the Fields in the next 3 to 5 years probably is going to see 1.5, 1.6 return on your investment. And not even talking about the long term, and not even talking about how much you're going to enjoy living here once Fields West is built. So that you're in suburbia, you walk to urban, have your fix of urban, and then you walk right back to your suburbia lifestyle. It's just rare to get this type of large scale suburban urban feel, and that's why it's being sought after so much. And the houses are literally flying off the market here. But Britton is definitely my favorite builder here in the Brookside South End. I just love their build process. I love their customer service, and I love their long-term warranty. So I'm going to finish showing you the house now. So you've got the waterfall edge here. You've got upgraded appliances, stovetop. You've got your built-in fridge here, which is always nice to have. And then let's go to the primary bedroom. And what is really cool about this is you also have a door here if you don't want to slide open that entire wall. And we have a really pretty half bath with a floating counter. And then here is your primary with the vaulted ceilings, with the woodwork. Again, that's an upgrade, but you've got lots of space. They did a really great job in giving space. And then here is your beautiful and huge primary bathroom. You've got his and her sinks. You've got a standing tub, a huge walk-in shower. And then one of the greatest things is you've got a his and a hers closet. You don't have to share. So there's so many great aspects to this particular home. All right, let's go upstairs. And as we go upstairs, I know that I've talked to you guys about the build process. If you build from the ground up, it's going to cost you the most money, which is totally fine. You get to pick everything out. If you buy when it's already built, you're going to get a lot more negotiation on that price. So depending on your budget, let me know, because I know all the builders and can help negotiate those pricings for you if you're wanting to buy something already built. But let's go this way. This is its own bedroom bathroom. Great for maybe a teenager or a kid that's home from college, but it has such great room. This room is huge, and I love the window seats. And then, of course, it's got its own little private ensuite bathroom. Okay, so going back to the other side, remember this is on its own private side, which is fun. It almost feels like a little apartment. We're going to go down and back up the stairs. And then you walk into the game room and open media room. And I have fallen in love with this idea because most media rooms are closed. But I really like this because you can be playing out here. Maybe you've got ping pong or you've got a poker table or what have you. And you can still watch TV or watch the game and have that floating space of in and out of the media, which just seems like a really great idea. And then this way, you have separate bedrooms. So all the bedrooms up here are very separated and private. So you have its own bathroom here, and then its bedroom, which is really well proportioned and a good size. And then when you go all the way across over here, this bedroom doesn't have an ensuite bathroom, but its bathroom is right here, and it's going to share it with guests that come up here. But this is fun because it's got a step down, and then this bedroom is the biggest bedroom, and just a really great space. Now, if you think Brookside South is great, let me take you over to Brookside North and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now I'm here at Brookside North, and I'm really excited because I have not toured this model home. It just opened. You guys are gonna have the first peek at how pretty this is in here. I've shown you guys that one in my last video. This is Landon. Landon is the only one building in Brookside North, and they have 50-foot lots, 60-foot lots, and 70-foot lots. A lot of the 70-foot lots are going to back up to water or views, like greenbelty, views. So let's go inside and let me show you. It's stunning. So you can see just the dramatic entry and how beautiful it is. And I've already pointed out herringbone entries and how it just adds to the design. And of course, this would be the garage, but right now it's Landon's offices. You've got, look at that. Who needs 2 washers and 2 dryers? That is a perk here. Oh, sneak peek to the master closet. All right, let's move into here. One thing they're doing that you don't get to see all the time is they're putting in a pool out there. So we'll go out there in just a second. Look how stunning this is. And remember, I've told you guys, a lot of this is standard with Landon. Like, do you see the backlighting in the ceiling? That's standard. The electronic shades are standard. So you've got this wet bar and beverage center. You've got an entire little wine room in there. One thing I love that they did is this floating hearth. And then of course they took it all the way to the ceiling. So just a really pretty design, really thoughtful layout. I love it when the refrigerator matches the cabinetry. And this has a regular kitchen, and then also has a prep kitchen. How beautiful is this? So you can get messy back here and nobody's gonna see your mess. Second refrigerator. And then look at this unbelievable walk-in pantry. Guys, they have spared no expense with this model, and it's beautiful. It's $2 million above, but you're getting all of this, and you're buying in the fields. So we turn around, show you the hearth room. Now you can do a breakfast nook here, but this is really great for drinking your morning coffee or having a glass of wine at night. And then I have told you guys that one of the things that you give up in the fields is a lot of space, a lot of land. I'm going to take you out here because one thing you don't see very often is builders adding a pool. They're adding a pool to this model so that you can see what it looks like. But look at this. So you've got a really big patio. And then you've got the kitchen. Then you've got a pool with a lot of space left over. And it looks even bigger because you've got the wrought iron out there, and then you've got the chain of lakes. Now, there's not a lot of water out there, but there will be because they're going to fill that up. And so you're going to have the greatest view. And obviously, there will be houses out there as well. And then right over there is where Fields West is going to be. And you're literally going to be able to walk or drive your golf cart over there and get anything that you would need. And so I wanted to show you guys what the 70-foot lot looks like. and especially with the view. Now, you're going to pay a premium for that, but long term, I think it's worth it because the equity built on houses that have views is even better. So let's go back inside because it's really windy. So before we go into the primary, I'm going to take you down this hall. This is a half bath so that your guests down here have a place to go potty. And then you have the stairs that come down here. So we came in over there, in the front stairs. But if you're coming downstairs, you can just take this little back entrance to go to the kitchen or to go to the secondary bedroom. This is the secondary bedroom down. Great for guests or senior parents. And it's got its own ensuite bathroom. And remember, this is really cool because it's a step down. It's very easy for parents to get in and out of the shower. Then you've got your mud wall that leads out to the 2-car garage. All right, let's go find the primary bedroom. Oh, wow, it's so pretty. All right, so here it is. It's stunning and it's so big. So you've got the woodwork up there, which is not standard, but the backlighting, you never know where I'm pointing on these. The backlighting is standard and those electronic shades throughout the entire house are standard. So let's come this way. And then you can see the room from this vantage point. And then bathroom. It has his and hers sinks with a soaking tub. And then look at this. How cool is that? You can put your makeup on over here. I mean, women put that in their closets because they never have room for it. And it's built in here. And then, of course, you've got a huge shower. All right, let's go into the primary closet, which is huge. So much space. And then, of course, I showed you guys the peek around to the laundry. All right, let's go upstairs. Look at the views from up here. I mean, you can just see forever. Granted, there will be houses out there, but it's still a really great view. And then, of course, the view from up here downstairs. So you've got a office niche for school kids or second office if you need two. There's one downstairs as well. And then you've got this great game room connected to a media room. And then you've got an actual balcony, which is going to be fun because of that lake out there. You'll be able to watch everybody walking and biking. And then I always love when media rooms have windows because you can use it for whatever you want. Now, this couch is amazing. It is custom fit in here. But if you don't want to use this as a media room, you have windows and you can make it whatever you want. But if you want it as a media room, you just get the blackout shades. So it's very flexible. That's why I love when media rooms have windows. All right, let's go find the bedrooms. All right, here's our first. We've got bathroom, closet, really good size closet. Oh, and then we've got the pink room. How cute is this? This is a super large room. So this does not necessarily have its own private bathroom, but it would share with the people that were up here playing games. And then let's go in this first one. It does have its own private bathroom. This is a good size too. We've got 2 windows. And then bathroom. Another really good sized room. It seems that these are the same size. They're almost mirror imaged. So it's a good size bathroom with a walk-in shower. So that kind of shows you what Landon builds. And again, there's 70-foot lots. This is the 70, 60-foot, and 50-foot. Guys, if you are wanting new construction, reach out. I know all the builders around here. I have gone to all the communities, and I really feel like I have a firm grasp on what's going on in North Dallas. So reach out, text or call. I'll get back to you. And if you want to know more about what's going on in North Dallas, then click this next video.